Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't like Dwayne Johnson. You will not find a bigger Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hater than your boy right here. There is something about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I just can't stand. I think it's because in every role that he's in and him on social media, there is just this overwhelmingness of phoniness that comes to him. Something about him is just so fake and inauthentic, and he's just this over the top. He always has to win. He's always the coolest, biggest, baddest, tough guy in every single movie. And not to mention, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but he's the same guy in every single film for at least the last 10, 15 years. I can't think of a role in recent memory that I enjoyed The Rock in or looked forward to him being in a movie. Now, I'm not just like a blind hater. I'm a WWE kid. I grew up watching wrestling. I still watch wrestling to this day. I really enjoy The Rock when he's in the WWE. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's a great performer. I think his shtick is great. He really put the WWE into mainstream. He is one of the four horsemen, one of the goats of WWE. But when it comes to his acting chops, when it comes to him starring in these movies that are just so mid and under the radar and average and safe, I'm over it. However, when I saw the trailer for The Smashing Machine, I saw his transformation, I saw that it's going to be a different role than what we're used to, I was in. Maybe it's the wrestling fan in me, but there's a small part of me that's rooting for him. I don't know, I just want to see him in a different role. But again, he's in a new, different role in this movie. And yes, he's the center of attention. He's this big, massive guy, but you can tell it's more of like an underdog story. He's not the biggest, coolest guy on screen. He is the main guy on screen, but he is the underdog. As I'm sure you can already tell, this format and this layout of how I'm going to do this video is going to be a little bit different than what I've been doing lately. It's going to be less structured. I didn't write out an essay. I'm just saying these things off the cuff because I recently went to go see The Smashing Machine. So let's get into it. In this video, we're going to talk about The Smashing Machine itself, a minor review. We're going to discuss The Rock's acting chops in this movie and how well he did, how he performed, and how this movie is going to change The Rock's career in Hollywood moving forward. Will it change what roles he takes now? Is it going to change his perspective of how we see him and how we look at him in Hollywood and in these big movies? Or is it just another shitty Rock movie? Let's talk about it. I had three options. I had to get my oil changed this weekend, and I had three options of movies to watch during that time. Three really, really good movies, I'm not gonna lie. We have One Battle After Another, a movie that I've really been wanting to see, but haven't been able to see it just yet. It's a little bit long, it's 3 hours. I had that to see. I have Anemone to see, the first big movie of Daniel Day-Lewis, the GOAT. And then, of course, The Smashing Machine. Of all these three movies, the one that intrigued me the most was The Smashing Machine. So let's talk about it. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this movie. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but in a biopic type of movie, this movie had everything I wanted in it. Other than Ben Safdie's style and the A24 kind of approach to this movie, there really isn't anything special about it. You're not seeing anything new. It's the same cut and copy thing from a biopic, but I hate to say it, those are the type of biopics that I really, really enjoy. I like the biopics when you see them at the beginning of their career, at the height of their career. I loved it. Give me a good crash out. Give me a good them at their lowest, and then let me see them grind their way out of that lowest spot. And this movie did exactly that. This is a huge reason why I didn't like The Greatest Unknown or The Deep Unknown, whatever the fuck it's called, with Timothée Chalamet, because it was I didn't see any crash outs. I saw the high points, but it was just like very, this is what happened in Bob Dylan's career. Nothing crazy. This is just what happened. With this one, with this guy Mark Kerr, this UFC pioneer, you really get to see the ins and the outs of the UFC kind of grind from the beginning. You get to see the matches, the grittiness of the matches. It's very to the floor. It reminds me of like very early WWF documentaries. The style, of course, is fantastic. Ben Safdie does this thing where sometimes his movies are a little bit overstimulating to watch. You'll see The Rock's character, Mark Kerr, walking out to the ring for one of his fights. He's fighting this guy, and in the meantime, there's like this smooth yet aggressive jazz playing in the background, but for some reason it works. I really enjoyed it. The style of it is awesome. It's new, it's fresh. And again, I can't say enough about like the style of the movie. But again, other than that, don't expect anything crazy with this movie. I will just say that I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Um, but it's nothing new. It's nothing you haven't seen yet. And again, for what it is, this biopic type of movie, I got everything out of it which I wanted. I'm not going to go super deep into the movie itself. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I do recommend you see it. Maybe you don't have to see it in theaters, but if you want to kind of support The Rock in striving for more of these roles, maybe go support it, buy a ticket, go see it in theaters. But if you're really not into that, you don't want to support a guy who already has millions and billions of dollars, just wait for it on streaming. But it is good. I recommend you see it eventually. My biggest gripe with this movie is that when I go see a biopic, I need it to be motivational in some way. I need it to be inspiring in some way. When I finish that movie, I need to say, I need to lock the fuck in. I need to get my shit together. I need to go on the computer and look at stocks for the next 3 hours. I need to feel empowered to go to the gym the next day. The thing about this movie, and yes, it's realistic, it's a real bleak look at this guy's life, I didn't feel like inspired. He was this UFC pioneer. He did a few fights. He lost a fight. He got into fights with his girlfriend. He got heavy into drugs. Yeah, he got out of the drug thing. He did his rehab and he was clean. And maybe I'm not looking deeply enough into it, but his girlfriend kind of came into his life, fucked shit up. She argued with him before his big fight. She was a huge part in why he lost two of the biggest fights of his career. And then at the end of the movie, he loses anyways. He doesn't win the big fight. I don't need him to win the big fight. But anyways, he loses the big fight, huge in part to his girlfriend. And then the ending is like, 6 months later, he went back to his girlfriend and they were married for 6 years. The ending was just kind of a lackluster thing for me, and I left feeling a little bit uninspired, a little bit empty. I just wish, and call me basic, call me just the average American, but I kind of want the guy to win at the end. I kind of want him to win the main championship. Maybe his girl comes along and, everything's all good, but it kind of felt like he lost everything and went to the source of why he was losing everything. Of course, it's his drug addiction, it's his choices. I'm not blaming everything on his girlfriend, but it just felt, I just didn't super love the ending. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. Now let's talk about The Rock's performance in it. After watching The Smashing Machine, I am a Rock fan. I am a Dwayne Johnson believer. If you've seen my previous videos, go back to watch the review of Red 1. I shit on The Rock for I think 15 minutes. I can't stand this guy. But after seeing this movie, this dude alone, his performance alone, he had me crying. He had me rooting for him. He had me wanting the best for him. He had me so disappointed when he went back to his girl at the end and lost the fight. He pulls this fucking movie, man. He is the main source of why this movie is that good. I knew The Rock had it in him. He has those acting chops in him, but he was never tested. It's kind of like Drake. Drake has been at the top for so long. He's been putting out mid-albums because he doesn't need to put out any hard work. He doesn't need to apply himself in the studio because he's already at the top. Nobody's challenging him. Side note, this past beef with Kendrick, whatever, now he's a little bit more challenged to be a little bit more hungry. And that's what I feel like The Rock is right now. He's more hungry. He's been failing at the box office. Red 1 didn't do too well. I think his last few movies didn't do too well. But now I feel like there's this hunger inside him that reflects so clearly in this movie. And I just really hope that the future of what The Rock chooses is movies more like this. It doesn't always have to be a weird A24 indie movie, but I hope he chooses more roles to where he doesn't have to be the coolest, most badass, toughest, strongest dude ever. Yes, he was a strong badass in this movie, but he also showed a huge side of his vulnerability, his drug addiction, his arguing with his girlfriend, his insecurities. I want to see more of that from The Rock. I want to see more of his acting chops, and he put it on full display in this movie. I genuinely want to own this movie on Blu-ray or 4K specifically for his performance. I'm really not glazing, maybe I am, but it really is that good, and that's the only thing I wanted from this movie, and I'd say we got this. Reminds me a lot of when Matthew McConaughey made that switch up when he was just doing romantic comedies, I think for like 5-10 years, and he told his agent, don't sign me up for any more romantic comedies. I need to do drama movies. I want to do more serious roles. I want to be taken more seriously. He refused the script for a movie for like $1.5 million, and they kept adding and adding all the way till it got to like 15 million. He kept refusing until I believe it was Lincoln Lawyer or Mud that slid across his desk that made him get back into acting because he took that more serious role. And now look at him. He's doing movies like Interstellar,
Dallas
True
Buyers
Detective. I just feel like if The Rock is strong-willed in what he chooses for his next few roles, I believe he could be one of the greats. I just really hope The Rock is smart and chooses wisely for the next few roles he decides to pick up. Because this was a really strong showcase of what he's capable of, and I really hope he chooses wisely for his next roles. I believe The Rock's career in Hollywood looks bright, again, as long as he chooses the next few roles wisely. If he doesn't play it safe, if he doesn't choose the easy, cheesy, I'm gonna win every fight roles, if he chooses these more vulnerable, these more real roles with characters with depth, I believe that his career in Hollywood will last a really long time. But what did you think of The Smashing Machine? Did you go watch it? Are you gonna wait for streaming? I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Also, I'd love to hear thoughts on my channel, to be honest. The last 3 videos I put out were video essays. Structured, scripted. I took a week to write out the script. I recorded it, put the clips together. Do you enjoy those more scripted, to the point, shorter video essays? Do you prefer these more relaxed, kind of just me talking into the mic type of video essays? Or do you prefer my old school, old style reviews? Or do you want more of these corn-fed field trips when I take my camera and go to the movies or go to Walmart and pick out some DVDs? Let me know. I'd love to get your input. I want to continue to grow this channel as much as I can. And we've gotten a lot of subscribers over the last month or so. So it's so great to have you guys in this community. I'm so excited for the future of this channel, and I'm happy and glad that you guys are here with me. The future is bright. I'm so excited to continue talking about movies with you for as long as I possibly can. Thank you so much. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I want to grow this channel as much as I can so I can do this full time and pump out videos hopefully every day. So support me if you're willing to, if you like what I do. If you don't like what I do and you're like, damn, this dude's annoying, just at that point, leave me a dislike. I challenge you. Drop a dislike. That way I can know who the real ones are.